Hi Capricorn, I hope you are all keeping well. Welcome to your general reading. We will start by looking at the present current energies. We'll read intuitively and just see what messages want to come up for you, and then we will clarify where we can and dig a little bit deeper. So please use your intuition, as it's a general reading, not a personal one. You'll know which messages are meant for you. Capricorn, please, straight away. Interesting. Okay, that's an interesting start, Capricorn. So this is a really good omen, a really great time for new activities, new projects, new passions, new careers. There's a lot of fire and fuel and passion. So perhaps you are looking or thinking about doing something new in terms of a business change or a career move, opening something new, launching something. It's something that has the potential to be really far reaching and to be really, really lucrative and successful, but also something that you will find a lot of enjoyment out of. You know, the sort of thing you can commit to hours and not feel like you've worked. So it's a very positive place to start. Interesting that it might be difficult for you to actually really narrow down and focus on this one thing. You may find lots of choices are available and lots of options are open to you. But the advice here is to focus and to not get lost amongst all of the different options and to not seek too much, because there is something that is apparent, that is available to you, which is a clearer route forward, let's say. Any further clarification, please? Yes. Oh, nice. So Capricorn, you may have felt like you've been waiting a while for this opportunity to come. So maybe you've been waiting to hear about a job promotion or a new job, maybe an offer of some kind, and finally the wheel is turning. You'll go, if you haven't already heard, you are going to be hearing, because this is a card of good fortune and things being on your side. So this is the wheel turning in your favor, meaning it's a really, really profitable, lucrative time for you. So what a nice place to start, Capricorn. Any other messages, please, for Capricorn for the present energies? What does Capricorn need to be aware of, please? Oh, almost, not quite. Okay, there's an impatience here. Someone is really wanting things to move forward very quickly. It's probably you feeling impatient and you're ready for this next move. But the message here is just wait and make sure that things really are as they seem and that everything and everyone can be trusted. This is like a cross the T's and dot the I's card, because this doesn't happen overnight. And it's important that it doesn't happen overnight because there's lots of things to get in place. You're going to have to be patient, Capricorn. Even though you might hear news soon, you are going to have to be patient because it's a slow burner to begin with. You know, with the ace, it's the start of something, so you're ready to jump in two-footed, but it's a bit more a case of you've got to go in with your toe first. You've got to dip your toe in, you've got to make sure that works, then you can put your foot in, then the other one. It's a slower energy than I think you are looking for. So the advice here is to not rush, because if you do rush, you might find that you miss an important piece of information, and obviously you don't want to do that, especially if it's contracts or financially involved. I think part of what it is that's fueling you to rush is you've got your eye on something, whether it's something you want to buy, or a flight you want to pay for, or a holiday that you'd like to take. There is something that you've got your eye on, and you're impatient to have this happen. So don't let that detract from all the important work that you need to put in to this endeavour, let's call it. Ooh. I just think you're so keen, Capricorn, to achieve and to do well. You're so keen almost to see the success of this thing, but you've got to take it with baby steps. Ah, okay, now this is an interesting energy. Restriction. There's an element of self-restriction here. Now, could it be that if you rush, you're actually going to restrict yourself in ways? You've got to be careful in terms of the paperwork and the planning. Okay, bear with me. So again, I'm feeling a bit of a sense of travel, and there's a desire to move. Maybe you're moving a business online even, but there's a desire to get things moving, and it's just, there's a little bit of this hang on feeling. Don't race, don't rush, because you might restrict yourself in ways that you can't see yet if you don't do this the long way round. With patience, you can see really positive outcomes, but it's difficult to know that, to have faith in that, because you can't see the results yet coming through. This is the type of patience where you don't see the results for a very long time, but they are there. And they are coming. It's like you plant a seed, you go out every day, you water it, you check on it, and you just wait and wait and wait. And what you can't see is underneath that bulb is growing, the roots are sprouting, and things are happening, but you can't see that, Capricorn. So that is encouraging you to rush and be hasty. All the advice here is slow down, be patient, do things the right way, the long way round, to make sure that you see everything that you need to see. You can put everything into this that you need to put into it from the very beginning. And then I think you'll be really, really proud of yourself, because then you'll be able to sit back and wait and watch the flowers, grow, and the pollen that comes from that, and the honey that the bees will make from the pollen. But it's slower than you want, Capricorn, but I think it's important to take it slow. Okay, what else does Capricorn need to be aware of, please? Okay, in business, there's some kind of partnership. So in your workplace, or in terms linked to your new project, your new endeavour, your new pursuit, there's a coming together of minds here. There is somebody or another partner, another company, another element that will in some way help, and it will be a really good coming together of minds. It could be if you are looking to station yourself abroad, there is somebody abroad that can manage that office, for example, whilst you are where you are, or someone that can do the financial elements of things whilst you're doing all the actual planning and structural side of the business, if it's a business. Or it could be, for those of you thinking about your education more so in this reading, or studying, it could be that there are opportunities for you abroad which combine collaborative working, and you maybe even meet a like-minded person during this time who you can really work together with, share your ideas with, and progress with. So this is a nice positive card for a business sort of partnership. However, this is interesting. You may need to find an adequate balance between your role and roles of others, the roles that are expected of you and the roles that you expect of other people. That's going to be quite an important thing in the setup. This is very career heavy, guys, so I'm going with it. You may have to, or you may be challenging everything you thought you knew about the way that this is going to work. This person, this other partner, is going to challenge you in those ways. You're going to challenge them, and together, it's like you're the missing pieces for each other, which works really, really well. You want to keep your identity, though. Capricorn, I think that's going to be quite important, that you have your own separate thing. If you are drawing deals, then I think it's important to maintain the majority shareholder. I'm getting that in this. And just make sure there's no conflicts of interests. But I mean, it all looks positive. I'm seeing just doing things differently, doing things in ways that maybe you hadn't expected. Keeping your own independence. You'll be very very secure financially in your own right, working self-employed. So this looks really, really promising. Okay, what does Capricorn need to know in the near future energies, please, moving forward based on this reading? Nice! Capricorn, Ace of Wands we started with, and now we're looking at an Ace of Pentacles. This is the honey. This is the money coming in. There is potential here, and I think you're going to see in the near future just how much of a potential financially your business or your idea has. It's got the potential to go the distance. It's got the potential to keep you stable and financially independent, even if that's not the big bucks to start with. It's got the potential. Okay, so it doesn't mean it's just granted, it means the potential is there. Now, interesting cards to clarify here. You are going to have to be extremely alert and extremely on the ball and aware of everyone else around you and anybody else that you bring in, because the idea here is that people working together in business have their own agendas and their own interests, and you need to remember to protect yours at the very, very highest level. So maybe keep some things to yourself, Capricorn. Maybe don't give all the information away just yet. Maybe don't give all of your ideas away just yet. Maybe test people, maybe test the waters, maybe make sure that people prove themselves to you before you let them in fully on whatever it is that you're planning. Keep quiet, I'm feeling. Just keep quiet and protect the heart of this. Whatever this unique selling point is, whatever the real heart of this is, this project, this business, this idea, this thing that you're passionate about, keep it quiet, protect it. I think it's going to be very, very important that moving forward, you are very selective about what you tell to who, because there are You know, it's a tricky thing. The business world, especially if you're new to it. People will just take your ideas. People will reuse your information and claim it as their own. This is why this idea of cross the T's and dot the I's is really, really important. Make sure you trust. There's this idea of trust and loyalty and respect. It's got to be there before people are let in and before people are made privy to certain things. That's quite specific, Capricorn. I'm feeling this is a very specific group of you, so I hope it does help. Please do like and comment. I'd love to hear from you. Okay. Oh. Okay, Capricorn, this is a little bit different. Hang on, let me just switch gears. Healing. Nurturing, right? This journey for you is a healing one. Are you even meeting somebody who is helping you emotionally find your way throughout this? I almost feel like it's righting of wrong. It's not justice though, but I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out. Let's see. This is making up for something. You're going to be feeling heard and seen. Ooh, okay. So many things. Hang on. Okay, I can't lose these threads. I've got about 3 threads going at the same time. Okay. Either you've been saying for a long time that this is going to happen, and you're finally going to get the opportunity to prove it, and it will be healing. It will be so satisfying for you to say, see, what I wanted, what I have worked so hard for, what I said I could do, I'm doing it. See, it's here, it's possible, and it's going to just fill you up in that way. Like, I knew I could do it. I knew I had this in me. If this is a separate person, then there's someone you're going to meet along the way who has maybe even a romantic relationship with you. But there's a wish coming. There's a wish fulfillment here. This is, I don't know, Capricorn, it's a different energy. It's like it's a watery, emotional feelings, deep energy, deep energy. And I like it. It's really, really positive. Maybe it's a slightly separate vein from what we've been looking at so far. So let's just bear with me. I don't know if someone like didn't believe in you and now they do, or someone you admire and possibly have a love interest with. Maybe it's your romantic partner. I think in the past they had the doubts that you were able to really master this. And maybe that's because they're actually quite insular people themselves. They have traits where they can retreat and be insular. And I think you've been really, really patient with this, really level-headed. And now things are turning around and you're proving that you are this person that you said you could be, and you are managing these things that you said you could do. And I think that for you has been like a wish that you've wanted, though, something you've just been hoping for. And it's coming. And you're going to feel so fulfilled with this. And this person's going to have a real respect for you. And it's going to be healing between you. So, you know, maybe this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could represent a work that you're moving away from, a boss that you've separated from and are starting up on your own, or a mentor that didn't quite think you were ready or didn't quite think you had all the tools that you needed. And I think it's forcing them to rethink things themselves. And I don't know, it's just things being much more harmonious in your relationships with people. Whether that's directly with them or because it's making you feel so much better about yourself. Nice. Okay, let's see if there's any final messages for you, Capricorn. Final messages for Capricorn. Okay, there's an element of learning required. If you are having to, some of you might find that you need to enroll on a course to fill in some gaps in your knowledge. And again, this is linking to the importance of crossing the T's and dotting the I's, because there are things that are required here. Yeah, there's a certain amount of progress you can't do without a course or a qualification. For example, if you're opening a restaurant and you need a food hygiene certificate, it's just one of those things you absolutely have to do. It's not a big thing, I don't feel like, but you can't make a certain amount of progress without it. It might be related to visas, travel, paperwork in some way. Yeah, don't ignore that, because you can't move forward without it. So really make sure you've done your research, hiring people maybe for some advice, and getting what you need under your belt. Don't ignore anything, basically. You need to get certain things done under your belt, ready, prepared, so that when it's time to press go, you can press go, because otherwise there are going to be delays and you're only going to kick yourself for that. So don't be so keen to climb up the ladder that you miss a step, is what I want to say on that. So it's not negative, it's just a slight word of warning, advice, something to keep in mind. Because yeah, you want this to keep flowing harmoniously. You want this to be able to keep ticking forward, instead of having blockages and realizing you've missed something, and then you'll only get annoyed at yourself and you'll have to take a backward step. So that's what I've got for you, Capricorn. I really hope that this has helped. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next one.